Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, I bet that you are relieved that Pluto is finally out of your sign for good. In this video, I'm going through Pluto in Aquarius for the 20-year transit, including some other transits that happened early on. So stick with me as I break it all down for you. Welcome, beloved souls. Welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Vivía, and this is my channel, Your Soul's Well, where I use astrology to help us navigate our shifting and exciting and sometimes turbulent world. I want to remind everybody, like the content I'm creating and you want me to create more content for you, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and remember to hit the notification bell because I am uploading regularly and I would not want you to miss an upload. So Capricorn, especially Cap rising, Pluto is here in your second house. It's your house of self-worth. It's your house of personal resources. It's your house of possessions. So wherever Pluto goes, Pluto likes to deconstruct, then reconstruct. So expect changes in this area of your life. Expect changes to how you personally resource yourself. Expect changes to your actual possessions. Expect changes to your own sense of self-worth, your self-esteem. This second house has associations with self-worth, finances, your values, material security, personal talents, as well as your own earned income. So the great thing about Pluto having left your first house is now you have all of that information, all that empowerment, the empowerment of self, now moving here into your second house where you can apply it to these areas, the area of your self-worth, your resources, your values, and just know that these things will be shifting over a 20-year period. You will have greater power now, a greater sense of self-empowerment. With Pluto going into this house, it is an indicator of wealth, of accumulating more wealth through your own means, your own personally earned income. It can help really boost your earning power. But you can also expect a change to your relationship with money as Pluto goes through this house. Remember, it's also deconstructing your own values, your own sense of self-worth and self-esteem, and your relationship to money, possessions. And so this is all intertwined. Your perspective on money and material security is really up for big shifts and changes during this transit. And you will be questioning how much it is that you really value money, or is it something that money brings to you, and how much money you need and desire. All of this will be up for review during this transit. You will be questioning what abundance means to you, what value there is in abundance, what is abundance to you. And for many people, because remember, Pluto kind of breaks things down and it reinvents us. It's the planet of death and rebirth, wherever it is. It's deconstructing whatever has been there previously. So for many people, the material wealth or possessions will be less important with this transit going through the second house. Things that were once before important may not be as important anymore. And there may be more value, intrinsic sense of self and sense of self-esteem and worth. Those will be more valued. And also your value of what you can contribute through your own resources or how you earn your money towards the collective, because this is the Aquarian value. As you're redefining your values, you will be redefining what is important to you as your own resources change and are transformed through this period. And you will want to align with what is authentic to you in your finances and how you make your money and how you earn your income. And you may be drawn to step out of what is the social norm of making money and going outside the box and perhaps even inventing new ways of making money, maybe ways that are future thinking or ways that are involved with innovation or technology. And for some of you, it will be about helping out humanity and addressing the human condition. This is our house of our own personal talents. And so many people with this placement will be exploring what they love and what they are passionate about doing. And for some people, this may actually even turn into endeavors that bring income and maybe even branch into some type of business that you can put out there. With money as well, it changes your whole outlook on money, how you spend it, how you save it, if you give it away, if you keep it. All of this will be in flux now with Pluto moving through this house. It will also be about your possessions, the things that you own and the things that you buy. And now with Pluto going here, because remember, Pluto is deep and soulful and it wants purpose and meaning. So with it going through your second house, you may find that it's time to purge all of the things that you feel are now unnecessary, you no longer have need for, you no longer have a connection with. It doesn't spark joy or doesn't have meaning for you. This might just happen for many of you. So for some of you, might take it down to very minimalist with Pluto here in this house. For some, it might just be potential for some type of business or entrepreneurship that will open up through these avenues of exploring your own personal talents. And you might be able to bring in income through this. So watch for that. It's really a time to really align with those values, especially with Pluto here. And remember, Pluto doesn't want to break everything down. It only wants to break down what is not working for you so that you can build what will work for you. So now let's look at some of the charts that I have here. This first chart is cast for November 19th, 2024, when Pluto made its last ingress into Aquarius here in your second house, where it will spend for 20 years. And the second chart I would like to show you is when Mars made its first opposition to Pluto. It was up here in your seventh house with Pluto in your first. Pluto had not moved here yet into your second. And then its second opposition happened on January 3rd of 2025. And now Mars is here in your eighth house in retrograde in Leo. And now Pluto is here in your second house. So I want you to reflect back on those two dates. Did anything happen? Was there any type of aggression or confrontation? It would be here again in your second house of your values, of your own earning potential, of perhaps your possessions, your earning potential here, and perhaps a partner's resources or earning here, or investments. The eighth house is other people's resources. Just want you to pay attention because it's going to happen again on April 27th, 2025. So just a couple months away. So we just look for patterns in astrology, just help us understand the incoming energy and help us prepare for it. If something was confrontational, Mars can be impulsive. Pluto is very powerful, and the two coming up against each other. Maybe something unpleasant happened. Just be aware that there's going to be one more in this cycle, and just be aware, better prepare for it and act accordingly. Now, Mars will oppose Pluto once every 2 years, but this is the last time for a couple of years. This is the next day I'd like to point out to you. It happened on January 21st of 2024. It was when Pluto and the Sun came into conjunction, creating what is called a synodic cycle. So once a year, Pluto and the Sun will come together, and the Sun will come in conjunct Pluto again. But so the Sun illuminates whatever it touches. It brings vitality and a sense of awareness. So, with Pluto, this very powerful planet that likes to dig deep and uncover what is hidden. So this is perhaps showing something here in this house. Perhaps it was highlighting something in this house for you to see about your personal finances, your own resources, your value system, your self-esteem. And just again, pay attention because that will happen throughout the course of Pluto being here. On March 30th, Neptune is going to ingress Pisces here at 0 degrees. It happens 10 days after the Sun and the spring equinox, when the Sun enters Aries at 0 degrees. And then on May 24th of 2025, Saturn will follow and enter Aries. So you'll have both Aries and Neptune here in your fourth house, which actually is squaring here your first house, this fourth house. But these planets here, they're sextiling Pluto, and it's just information coming in to help you here with your second house of personal resources, your personal income, and just uncovering whatever it is that needs to be uncovered here in this house for you to be able to step in your power and your authenticity of perhaps supporting yourself, starting something new for yourself, or reconstructing and rebirthing your whole belief system around your values, how you look at yourself, your self-esteem. On June 9th of this year, 2025, Jupiter is going to ingress Cancer. That is your seventh house of the other, of partnerships, intimate partnerships. I did do a whole video on the nodes where I really explained this well, so you may want to go back and listen to it. But Jupiter in Cancer is exalted, so that means it's working really well, and it's opposing your first house here. So it's going to be magnifying something here for you, Capricorn, but even Capricorn Sun or Moon, Jupiter will be in a opposition to it for that whole year. So just bringing something to light here and magnifying it in an opposition. So that could be a bit of a challenging aspect. But here, Jupiter is aspecting Pluto by an in conjunction, which is bringing patterns up from underneath the surface. So again, Pluto is very subconscious. And then with this aspect coming in, it's going to dredge up even more that's buried there for you to see again around your values, your earning potential, and your own creative outlet around your own passion projects and personal talents. On July 7th of 2025, Uranus is going to ingress Gemini here in your 6th house, and it will be trining Pluto here in your 2nd house. So lots of great energy coming in. Uranus is going to be here in your 6th house for a number of years. Gemini is all about the energy of communication. For you, I think that there could be information coming in for you of maybe perhaps, because remember Uranus is sudden too, it could be sudden thought processes too with just Uranus, maybe sudden inspiration for you to take, again, one of those personal talents or something to do with your earned income into a daily situation for you, perhaps daily habits, and maybe as an employee, something to do with being an employee or having an employee. Some of you might want to hire on employees during this time. There's going to be a lot of change here in yours because Uranus is going into this house for a number of years, and it will be aspecting here Pluto. On September 1st of 2025, Saturn moves back from your 4th house of Aries into your 3rd house of Pisces. And then on October 22nd, Neptune will move back into this house as well. They'll be there together until February of 2026, finishing up the business here of your 3rd house, whatever it was started here, Neptune and Saturn in this house, and tying up the loose ends here. This is an interesting date that I'm pointing out to everybody because we have 4 planets of 4 degrees. We have Pluto here at 4 degrees of Aquarius, Neptune here at 4 degrees of Aries, Uranus here at 4 degrees of Gemini, and we've got Jupiter here at 4 degrees of Leo. And for a short, quick time, we'll have the moon here as well at 4 degrees of Libra. And so there's a lot of benevolent and really amazing energy happening here in this chart. The moon will be sextiling Jupiter, while Jupiter sextiles Uranus. Uranus will be sextiling Neptune, and Neptune will be sextiling Pluto. There will be a grand trine here between Pluto, the moon, and Uranus, while Jupiter and Neptune are also in trine. The more difficult aspect will be Jupiter opposing Pluto. Jupiter expands and also brings us a certain vision through that expansion. And so something here in your 2nd house is being expanded here by Pluto in your 8th. It could be, so this is the axis of your own personal income and other people's resources. So maybe relying too much on a partner's resources, maybe that comes up. Maybe it's about understanding how you can stand on your own 2 feet with your own resources. It could be to do with your own value system and things that are under the surface there for you about how you esteem yourself, how you resource yourself, how you look at yourself. That's all coming up here for you. On July 26, 2026, the nodes shift. The North Node moves from your 3rd house of Pisces to your 2nd house of Aquarius, where it will be for a year and a half. Towards the end, it will conjunct with Pluto, and your South Node moves from your 9th house into your 8th house of Leo, again for a year and a half. I also want to point out this slide again because throughout 2026 and 2028, Pluto and Uranus will be in a trine to one another. So it's just doubling down again and just bringing more information here. This very quick and instantaneous downloads here to Pluto, this planet, powerhouse planet of transformation, of the death and rebirth cycle happening here in your 2nd house. So again, information coming in, and it could be sudden, it could be quick, very unexpected. So just understand that it will be happening over a couple of years. Okay, beloved? I want to just review some of the challenges that one might face with Pluto being in the 2nd house. For certain, some money-related power struggles, perhaps between you and a business partner, an investor, or your intimate, maybe your main relationship, your husband or intimate partner. It's somebody that is very close to you and shares resources with you, but it also could just be within yourself. It doesn't necessarily even have to be, if it's not any one of those things, it could be just trying to get your own footing, perhaps with your money, or trying to switch gears. And with Pluto going through that house, again, it's a reevaluation of money. So maybe looking at how you make your money and having ethical issues come up around that, and being challenged around this, and looking at different options of how you resource yourself and how you make your personal income. For some of you that have scarcity around money, this is going to be an opportunity to look at those beliefs and really dig deep into them and transform them so that you can really walk into your power with Pluto in your 2nd house of money, of your own personal resources. This is really an opportunity to build up the wealth in this part of your life, just to build up your wealth. You want to look at the story of money that you have, how you grew up around money, what you believe about money, your attitudes around money. All of this is going to be up on the table for you for review and it's up in the death and rebirth process of the archetype of Pluto. If you have been carrying subconscious beliefs about Pluto, about money, about your worth around money, if you deserve money, if you're worthy of it, how much you deserve, if you've not had enough money, if you've lived in poverty or in scarcity, if you've felt inadequate around money, Pluto will be unearthing these beliefs for you, showing them to you, and giving you the opportunity to change all of these beliefs. Now is the time to do it, beloved. It is a time to really empower yourself with new attitudes and a new value system around money if yours has always been around scarcity. This is the house of our possessions and generally materialism. And with Pluto going through here, there's just going to be a change for you now in how you feel actual physical things. This is the natural house of Taurus. It's a very physical and sensual house. So expect these things to also change within you. If you're a person who had placed a lot of value in materialism, Pluto is going to, again, switch this process around for you, but it will be for your better good. It will be for your highest evolution. So your inner and outer turmoil will be around is because you will have a deep and psychological shift, an overhaul really around how you approach money, your whole psychology around even things like how much money controls you. If it does, for some of you, it might mean a loss of investments as well. Pluto can have this effect as well. So again, it's just looking at our beliefs and looking at what we can do differently. And throughout all of this, you will be reassessing your values and reclaiming your self-worth as Pluto goes through. So you will have a new and profound shift of self and your self-worth if you do this deep work that Pluto is asking you to do, so that you can really align with your true values of who you are, who you want to be, and who you're growing into. Remember a few things about Pluto. It only wants to break down what is not working for you. It doesn't really care about what is working. It's about breaking down the parts of you, the parts of your life that are not serving your highest, are not serving you. So, and they keep you from your higher evolution. That's what Pluto wants. Pluto wants your highest evolution. And remember just what Pluto is, it's easier to just surrender to Pluto and allow Pluto to reshape and remold you how it needs to be done, as opposed to resisting it. Because if you resist, the problem is not going to go away. The problem is still going to be there. There's no escaping it. It's doing the deep transformative work. Because this is an Aquarius, it is asking you for a certain level of detachment and objectivity. And Pluto itself requires a bit of, it has this isolating factor as well. So again, those of you who are maybe materially attached, or maybe the money and restructuring the money, it's requiring you to detach from your previous values and your previous attitudes to reconstruct and help you with new ones. Use this transit to invest in what matters to you and what you feel is worthy of your time, worthy of your money, worthy of you. It's going to be important to you to take time to explore where your feelings of inadequacy and scarcity come from. If this is coming up for you, this problem is not going to go away. Pluto does not go away, and it's there in the second house for 20 years. So make sure to go deep in this. Do not leave any stone unturned, as the saying goes. So use whatever means are at your disposal: journaling, therapy, a good friend, the trust in a good friend, whatever will help you uncover what is limiting you and holding you back. But remember, this is all working for your highest good, so you can step out on your own, so that you can release all of these outdated perspectives, all of these perhaps fear or the anxiety that might be provoked in some, especially if some of you do lose your means of income that could be shifting for you. This transformation is going to help propel you on your path so that you can stand firmly and securely on your path to create your own source of income from that place of authenticity within you, the place that really is aligned to your higher evolutionary path. Remember just to continue to come back to your values, to continue to realign with them, realign with the Aquarian values. This is your Aquarian house. So your values are going to be centered around humanitarian things and humanitarian efforts and the human condition. And for many of you, I can see new avenues of wealth opening up here and possibility for you. I think this is going to be an amazing path that you're stepping on. So many of you I can see going off and starting your own avenues of income through self-employment. I think that so many of you are going to uncover hidden talents because remember, Pluto brings everything up that is hidden from the underground. And so I think so many of you have talents hidden that you don't even know. and it's going to be surfacing them for you. And there's going to be so many opportunities and so much change as your values align to this Aquarian. And I think that some of you will be leaders in this, Capricorns, and leaders in this Aquarian energy that we are in, bringing newness and new innovation and ways that can help humanity and perhaps surprise and inspire you as well. Well, Capricorn, that is my Pluto and Aquarius reading for you. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it helped you. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already watched your video on the nodal shift, you can watch it here. I will put it here for you to go and watch. So thank you for watching. Thanks for being here with me. Please make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell because I don't want you to miss an upload. Stay blessed, beloved Capricorn.